this Thursday. I'm having my coffee this morning. I missed Wine Wednesday, child. Wine Wednesday didn't happen, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see this. I gotta bring this in. This is one of my favorite. Look, you see that? It might be wine in here, but it's actually coffee this morning for this Thirsty Thursday. But I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome in. If you're new, I am the Purple Diva. I like to talk about fashion and what's going on in the world and give my 2 cents on everything. And to my subscribers, thank you so much for joining me and coming back and hanging out with me. I'm going to talk about today is the incident. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it. Some of you may not, with Perez Hilton. He was on the TT talking about unaliving himself and harming himself. It was I haven't seen the video because I don't want to see it, but I hear it's pretty graphic and it was pretty disturbing. And everyone's talking about this. Now, Perez was living here in Vegas for a while. I used to see him all the time. And I never have been a fan of his. Never been a fan. Never, he was really someone who really, like with Britney especially. There were so many people. But
Britney kept you super busy.
She was by far the person I wrote about the most on my website. He is passing out at a club, released an album that bombed, more custody drama. Thank you, Britney Spears. Being bad is good for my business.
Oh, I know.
He's done this with other celebrities as well. And people are really on the fence about how they feel about what's going on with him. Now, supposedly, I believe he was very ill. He lived here in Vegas. He moved to Miami to be closer to his family. And his mom, he has the kids, and his mom helps him with the kids. And thank God they were not there during this time when all this was going on. But he was living here in Vegas. We used to see him all the time. And I just never got the hype. I never saw what was so, it was a lot of nasty, mean things that were said about different people. And, we live in this gossip culture. Let's face it. I like to gossip. I'm gossiping right now. We all, take some interest in celebrity gossip. But he took it a little bit too far. And people are saying, well, I really don't feel anything for him. I really don't care. He was such a horrible person. And I had to really step back and say, you know what? Yes, he was. The things that he said, I don't know what was going on in his life at the time. A lot of times, the celebrity, because, at the time, he was really kind of one of the influencers for celebrity gossip at the time. And he really blew up because of it. And then people say, on the other hand, okay, you don't like him, but then you'll say, oh, but I think Wendy Williams was okay doing it. Now, I am a Wendy fan, and I will die a Wendy fan. I loved her. I think she really changed TV as far as celebrity gossip, but same thing. She said some things that people found very offensive. I didn't agree with everything that she said, but I respect her and her craft.
So now, guess who's jealous of Adele? Beyonce.
Lucy, stop it! Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
Our first caress.
She said, and you know what? What was that? Okay, James.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Dare you, Mr. Spears. You had me fooled. And you too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them.
Oh, how dare you? I don't like the mother. I don't like the father. Jamie Lynn, where were you to help your sister out? I don't like you. I don't like any of them. Nope, none of them. Fire everybody and escape now, Brittany.
Life could be worse.
No, not really. This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And it's just like, you know, it's like when people say, like with Joan Rivers for my older dolls and people who, you know, around my age.
If you were a gay man, what famous gay would you have a one-night stand with? Cowboy Cobra wants to know.
John Travolta.
What's wrong with Glee?
Oh.
Glee. What's Glee ever done to you?
Glee, that stupid show where they're all happy. All the gay people on Glee, all the gay boys are running and laughing. My high school, they were running and fucking hiding. She showed up one night with a black man.
Oh.
It was, yeah, don't take this wrong. I was very upset.
Listen, don't take this wrong, but I can't
Well,
picture.
she didn't bring one for me.
Oh.
I love it when friends look at you, Elizabeth, and they say, I'm just rested. Yeah, you fell asleep on the operating table.
Your hair looks beautiful for a woman of your age. A lot of times there's thinning. Is that
Thinning?
do you have pieces? Nothing?
Yeah, of course. Of course do I have pieces. Are you out of your mind?
Can I take them to my mother too?
Thank you, Mommy. I got your hair.
You know, she said some horrible things too about people. But she said the things, and Wendy has said the things that we all have been thinking and just didn't want to say. But sometimes it goes in a wrong direction. And for Perez, I just feel like it's really, really sad. It looks like it's a cry for help to do something like that on a live platform and for it not to be taken down, which, you know, you go on that platform and you can't even say certain words and they're flagging you. I had a thing that I did with the Russians who were up, you know, the ones who climbed the Empire State Building. I did a post. It was a parody post, and people, so funny, people thought it was really them, but it was these comedians who were imitating them. And I got this flag right away, and oh, you know, they were kissing. Oh, this is so inappropriate. But yet, you know, he was able to do this, but I'm on a tangent. But anyway, I think it's really, really difficult when it's just this line that's drawn. It's like, when is enough enough? When is too much too much? And I think people will do anything, not that saying he was doing that to get views or to get people to pay attention, but he did get the attention. And, you know, they say when people have heard, like I had a friend who had sepsis who almost died. I mean, it's very, very serious because he said he was in the hospital, I think, for almost like 20-something days.
I nearly died this year. Twice. I had severe sepsis and landed in the hospital for 21 days. And then I was back in the hospital a few weeks after that. And in Vegas, I loved it there, but my mom, who lives with me and my children, and we don't have any family there. And I think that huge health scare where it really felt like I was gonna die, I woke from that experience with such clarity. And it said, you need to be where you have support.
And almost died from sepsis. So it does happen, you know, and they say that it can, meds or whatever, you know, it can affect you mentally. So I don't know that. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying allegedly this is what I've heard. But I just want to talk about it a little bit because I think sometimes, you know, we've all made mistakes. We've all said things that we can't take back. But when you're on a public platform, such as he is, such as Wendy is, such as a lot of these, you know, like bloggers and people who are talking about different things, you know, we have to have a little bit more compassion. Now, trust and believe, if that was my family and he had been doing that to me, I would probably tell him, okay, you know what, this is what you deserve. But it's so hard within humanity with everything going on in the world right now to kind of, like, when do you draw the line? When is too much too much? You know, I do believe what goes around comes around. And, you know, maybe this is his karma for everything that he does. Everyone's saying, oh, this is Wendy's karma. What Wendy did, now look at what Wendy's going through. And it's because of the things that she did.
Wendy Williams is locked in a room in an assisted living facility in New York. That's her. The only way I could interview her was to have a camera in the street because we can't get a camera in. She can't really have any visitors. She cannot go outside. She's been out twice in the last 30 days. She has no internet. She, and I think rightly, says she feels like a prisoner.
Are you allowed to go out?
No. In the last 30 days, I went out twice.
She is in a guardianship. And I got to tell you, Lauren, if you saw the Lifetime documentary on her when she was deep into alcohol a couple of years ago, it made sense to have a guardianship. Wendy is sober now. She is fine. I have spoken with her for hours and hours, as have many others. And everybody comes up with the same conclusion. She's back to the old Wendy.
And the things that she said. But people have done this since the beginning of time. And it just depends, now everything is under a microscope. Everything is recorded. Everything is on social media. So you can't even blink without being able to pull something up and get those receipts. So I think it's just unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. And I think when you tear down other people, no matter what your platform is, it's going to come back. It's going to come back to haunt you. And I feel for him in a sense that this is somebody who, was at the top of their game at one point, and you can be this high 1 minute and then be this low the next. But you have to remember that you have to have empathy and compassion for people. And it's a terrible lesson that he's had to learn from his mistakes, because we all have to learn from our mistakes. No one is perfect. No one is above anybody else or below, anybody else. We're all here. We're all human. We all bleed red. It's just the way it is. And I just hope that something good will come out of this situation. Maybe he'll get the help that he needs. Maybe it'll bring more awareness to other people. And I'm just really hoping that we don't have any kind of copycat stuff, because all it takes is one, and then everybody is the next person. But we have to have compassion, because we see these people, and I'll bring this up, and it's what we see. I'm gonna bring it up with Ariana Grande. And I was such a Wicked fan. I followed the whole Wicked thing and the press tours with her and Cynthia, and we noticed, how thin, but they were working hard. I am all about body positivity. I'm a big person. I've always been a big person. They're thin people. They're fat people. They're people. Leave them alone. I don't know what she's going through, but when I see her skeletal cavity through, it's very difficult to see that.
Ariana Grande's new Pedal music video is trending after fans noticed her noticeably slimmer appearance. What was meant to celebrate her latest release quickly turned into a storm of concern, with viewers saying her visible frame left them shocked and worried. As the comments poured in, others pushed back, insisting her body should never become public debate. The viral reaction has once again overshadowed Ariana's music, reigniting a fierce conversation about celebrity scrutiny and the line between genuine concern and invasive speculation.
And I say, okay, I don't know what she's going through. I don't know. We talk about my older dolls. We talk about Karen Carpenter. We knew about what was going on with her. But, with Chadwick, there's people who've been sick and have diseases, and we can't judge them, what's going on. And a lot of times I'm bringing this up to just say, you don't know what's going on in people's lives. We don't know. We want to help them. We want to be there for them. And with Ariana, I'm just glad she's taken some time off from the tour, and she's, taking care of herself, because, my son just adores her. He's seen her here in Vegas. He loves her. So, and she's such a talent. Very thin. I'm just gonna say it, and you can get in the comments and say I have no right to judge her body. I'm not judging her body. I'm just saying it's concerning when you see someone that thin and you want to make sure that they're okay. It's not that you're judging them because of their body type or whatever, but it just goes back to the whole thing. Now see, maybe in Perez would probably really be after her. If this was back then, he would be reading her for filth right now. I'm sure of it. Because that was the kind of person that he was. But, you know, I've heard some stories here in Vegas that he's a diva and some things that he's done even here. So, but then there are people here who are good friends with him who love him. So I just, you know what? I'm just going to say allegedly. And I just hope he gets the help that he needs and that he continues to get better for his kids. He's got kids. And, you know, those babies need their dad. So I hope that it all works out for him. And I just wanted to get on here and a little thirsty Thursday since I missed Wine Wednesday, child. But I love you guys. I hope you, you know, comment. Tell me what you think. Do you think that people, you know, do you think this is karma and it's just like this is like he deserves this? Or, you know, and I hate to say that, but it's, you know, we're not, who do we to judge? Who am I to judge? Just giving my opinion and just letting you guys know how I feel about it. And just kind of, it was on my, you know, I was thinking about it yesterday and I was supposed to tape it for Wine Wednesday, but I got busy and I didn't have a chance to tape yesterday. But you guys have been great. You guys have been following me. You guys have been leaving wonderful comments and I really, really appreciate it. So tell a friend, like, subscribe, share this video, hype this video, and yeah. So have a wonderful day. Happy Thursday. Happy Thirsty Thursday. And I will see you next time, you guys. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.